Hello, my friends, and welcome to episode 15 of Ladies and Gentledice. Say hello, ladies and Gentledice.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, it's very good to see you and our audience in the future. Anyway, rocks.
Yeah. Welcome, future audience. If you would like to become past audience and catch up with our that doesn't make sense, previous episodes, you can find everything on YouTube. We're under Ladies and Gentle Dice is our channel name there. You can also follow us on Twitter at Gentle Dice. We have a Discord, which you can find by going to our link tree, which may be appearing in the chat somewhere around this time. It's linktree.ee/ladies and gentle dice. We release our new episodes every other Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and we do reruns on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Back to you, DM.
Thank you so much. That's all of our social stuff and our greeting stuff. So let's just get into the episode. We got some shit happening.
Woo.
So, for the beginning of this episode, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. There is a user on TikTok. Oh, fuck, I forgot their name. There was a thing that that me and Teebs saw on TikTok, and it was a really interesting idea where instead of me chaotically trying to sum up what happened in the last episode, when we have our players do it in character and show you guys what happened in character, kind of a character building exercise, kind of just a whole fun thing. So this week we are going to have Gnarl give us a little recap. Gnarl, what happened last week or last 2 weeks ago?
I feel sick with myself, but I did my morning routine, run more, and push my body. There's tension. I feel tense. The group, Z and Tam. I'm annoyed. Everyone is pissing me off. There's something bothering the kid. I can't ask him, though. Don't deserve. He hates me now, and that's okay. It's better this way, right? Tam is trying. He made breakfast. Nerves got him burning it to shit. Keithan is a bag of dicks, telling the kid off. I know her points aren't wrong, but they just remind me of I wanted to punch her in the face. Fionn, the dumb, bright light that she is, asked everyone to talk. I don't know what to say. I hurt everyone pretty badly, and I let Z down, which makes me feel even worse. How do you tell people you care about that you think giving your life for 16 others isn't unreasonable? That I accept it, maybe even want it. They have stupid hearts. I listed my feelings. I can't explain them, but at least I can let them know. That's what she wants, right? I guess we sorted shit out. We need to get Tam away from us, away from danger. We decided to give our stuff back to Gondorin. So we're heading south towards the ocean. Fionn is such a fucking weirdo. All the fucking noises she makes, her horse and a squirrel told her about a coven. Who cares about that when Tam looks sad as shit? We went to the ocean. I threw Tam in, and Keithan. Keithan took her revenge and scared the hell out of us, covering herself in this wet, leafy shit. Seaweed. You can eat it, but it tastes like shit wet. Keithan taught us how to catch hard bugs. They were tough as hell to eat, but I noticed Fionn and Tam were ripping theirs open. I'll try that next time. They were pretty tasty sandy bugs. I guess things are square with Keithan. Fionn warned us about brainly jelly demons in the water. If they sting you, pee on it, which, whatever, done it before. Fion's never been peed on. Why did I ask her this? I felt so dumb for asking her that. I tried to ask about her family and where she grew up, and I fucked it up again by mistaking her sister weaving fur for weaving flesh. Fionn is warm and confusing and funny as hell. Can't believe she put a bug on the kid to wake him up. She wants to talk to the Coven. I don't want her to go by herself. Maybe she can talk to nuts, mushrooms, fish, and nothing at all.
What a fucking way to start us off. Oh, great fucking job. Okay, so it's daytime on the beach. You can hear the waves gently lapping at the beach and at your feet. It is a lazy and clear day. And you are walking across the beach to this small group of 4 people that are gathered around like a bonfire in front of their tents. What do you do? Do you want to have, is there any conversation to be had before you meet them, or are you guys just gonna jump right in?
Were we all going, or I know I was going in one of the twins.
So is it just Fionn and Gnarl?
Okay, it was normal.
Yeah, Tam I think will also stay behind. He he's like he wants to start figuring out how to preserve the food that you guys made here. So I think that's what he's going to focus on. So what Keithan and Keithan, what are you doing?
Mouse problems. Keithan's just going to be kind of chilling, maybe keeping an ear out just for like listening in general, making sure like for any alarming sounds, but probably just like walking along like the ocean, maybe playing in the waves a little bit, potentially like helping like clean up and such.
Okay, sounds good. Z, what are you doing while Fionn and Gnarl are walking towards this coven, or what you assume to be the coven?
Well, I remember having a conversation with them as they were waking up that they didn't want to have our whole party encroach on them because it would seem like we were having I don't want to say a fight, but like a
yeah. You guys all look like dangerous individuals.
Yeah, we all look real weird. So I think I'm gonna like let them go forward and stay back kind of far, like 50, 60 feet or so, maybe like with the horses and stuff, just like holding them and keeping an eye out.
Okay, sounds good. So, Fionn and Gnarl, you guys are approaching this small camp, and as you are getting closer and closer, you're beginning to see, what's going on over there better. As I mentioned last time, there is like this rickety, dirty little shacky kind of tent thing, a tent that looks kind of like more like net than tent, and you're like, I don't understand how this helps as a tent at all because it's a net. And then there's like something that seems to be made of hide, and then there's actually only 3 tents. I'm sorry if I mentioned 4 tents. There are 3. And so you see there are 2 figures sitting around what is now no longer a bonfire, the remains of what was a bonfire. You see a person in these soft lavender robes with skin that is just this deep, deep, dark blue, and with matching horns lifting from their forehead. And you see another person with much lighter blue skin and deep blue hair and pointed ears. And then there's like a lot of driftwood everywhere that they seem to be sitting on. And they seem to be having a conversation.
Okay. Going to cast guidance on myself because when I cast a spell, it makes my brooch glow a little bit. And I kind of want to have that happening.
Okay.
And I'm not like, I don't want to try to sneak up on these people at all. I'm going to walk very obviously toward them. Did they notice me, or are they deep in conversation?
So as you guys approach, the lighter blue skinned one, is actually facing toward you. And she gives you guys like this kind of like pleasant smile, and says, "Oh, hail, and well met." And as she says that, the other person like slowly turns towards you guys. They're sitting like off to the left, and turns their face to you, and like their eyes have no iris or pupil, just these white, completely white eyes. And she also seems to give you a smile, but then just kind of her head just kind of drifts away.
Does she have a tail like me too?
She do.
Okay. How did you describe this person? As darker blue skinned?
Yeah, like night sky blue skin.
Oh my gosh.
With horns to match. She does not have hair.
Ooh.
She's bald.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello. Oh,
Hello.
What a nice brooch you have.
Thank you. I heard y'all last night. We were camping on the beach, just a little ways down, and my brooch here started glowing, and I thought you might be like-minded individuals, and I just wanted to say hello.
When you say that, your brooch began to glow when they were doing their ceremony yesterday, that seems to catch the other tiefling's attention. She, like, instead of that dreamy kind of look that she had, like, her head just kind of snaps over to you, and she's like, the other one, she also kind of tilts her head at that and smiles and gives you like kind of a kind smile, but her teeth are she doesn't have regular looking teeth. These are shark teeth. So she it's a nice smile if you're not looking at the rows of fucking razor razor edged nubs she's got in there. And this lighter blue skinned woman moves forward, and she stands actually, and moves towards you, and she says, "Your brooch glowed last night as we were." How fascinating. Uh-oh.
I'm just sorry. Okay.
Say that one more time.
Doing a thing. I apologize. It did, and I thought we must have similar kinds of magic, perhaps, and want to meet people that might be like myself. To look at the tiefling. My name, and this is my friend.
What was your name one more time?
Fionn.
Fionn. Very nice to meet you, Fionn. And then your friend?
I'll look at Gnarl, but I don't want to say their name if they are not comfortable with that.
I'm Gnarl.
Very nice to meet you.
Off our hand.
She will gently take your hand and gives you a very gentle like handshake. And
I'll also go for a handshake if we're doing handshakes.
Oh yeah, she'll give you a much more lingering handshake. Like she'll shake your hands with both of hers.
That too.
And she like kind of nods graciously, I guess, and says, "Oh, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Hala. This is my home. Are you a druid perchance, Vion? Is that? Ah,
I am
yes.
indeed.
Yes.
Are you as well?
Yes, me and to all my compatriots here, we are all druids. I am a druid of the coast. This is my home. And she gestures towards the tiefling. This is Veneth. She is a druid of the stars. She don't please do not be offended if she is not talkative. Her mind tends to be in the clouds.
Oh, that's all sorts of folk.
And as you guys are speaking, one of the pieces or a thing that you assume to be driftwood suddenly starts moving, and a little creature stands up, and it looks like they're wearing like this piece of driftwood as like a hat, and they are just covered in dirt and like seaweed, and like it is this dirty, grubby little thing, and you're like not sure what it is, but they just kind of jump up and stand next to Hala, and it's like, are you gonna introduce me? Hi, I'm Gilly. Hi, nice to meet you guys. I'm also here.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry I didn't see you there.
It's okay. I like to blend in. She's
You did very well. I would never have known.
Ha! Skewer, she says, and Hala kind of laughs and gestures towards this little thing, this little dirt-caked thing, and is like, yes, Gilly, sorry. She is the newest member, the youngest member of our coven. She tends to deal more with spores, of some kind, and then Hala also gestures to the tanned hide tent, and then inside there is Fenor, a druid of the moon. She is sleeping at this time. She tends to keep more nocturnal hours.
That makes sense. I'm gonna rummage around in my bag and pull out my last couple. I got like 2 little dried mushrooms still from my home that I brought with me, and I'm gonna give them to Gilly. I brought these from my home. It's many weeks travel away. I thought you might like them.
Gilly like immediately grabs them with her grubby little hands, and she's like, I haven't seen these in like 80 years. This is, and she like rattles off like the scientific name for it, the Latin name that I don't know any Latin names for mushrooms.
I wouldn't know.
And she's like, I will treasure this forever. Thank you. This gift will not be forgotten. And she like shoves it into like this little bag she has at her side that you thought was just a chunk of dirt cake to her side, but no, it's apparently a bag. And she says, wait, I have something to give you back. You know, gifts and gifts. You're supposed to do that. And then she goes to another like little bag and starts like, she like pulls out clumps of dirt and like drops it on the sand, and finally pulls out these like blue and green mushrooms. Yes, for you. And then immediately Hala is like, nope, not that one. And like just plucks it from her hand. And Gilly's like, but and Hala looks at you two and says, I deeply apologize. I promise. She takes a second to compose herself, and okay, me plucking this mushroom out of her hands might imply that these are poisonous. They are not. This is not a poisonous mushroom that Gilly is handing you, but a very potent psychedelic. And
I have to say, I know mushrooms can have a variety of effects, so I understand.
So Hala does hold it out. Now that you know what it is, now you may choose if you would like to keep these. Gilly tends to give gifts without context.
I see. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sure, I'll take them just in case that seems useful at some point.
Okay. Hala will allow you to have these mushrooms, and Gilly smiles, and yeah, the teeth match the face, and the whole thing.
Thank you so much, sister. I assume I don't know what everyone's pronouns are. May I call you sisters?
Yes, you may. You specifically, as a fellow druid, yes, may call us sisters. Um, we typically are women here. We have had others in the past, but right now we seem to have exclusively feminine energy. And Gilly pipes up then and is like, "So why'd you come over with what's going? Oh, the brooch. You got a brooch that's fancy, huh?"
I don't often meet other folk who are other druids or like I said, other folk who are like me. So I just was quite curious and I wanted to say hello. It seemed like you were doing something important last night. I didn't want to bother you then, but I thought perhaps this morning I'd just come say hello. I'm traveling. We're traveling with a couple of other people as well, and just passing through. And I didn't know anyone lived in this direct area. We hadn't seen really anybody on the path. So it's a beautiful place to live.
Oh, Hala nods and she's, yes, it's absolutely wonderful. I love living here. I've been living on this beach for maybe 50 years now. I greatly enjoy it. So as to what we were doing last night, we are upon the summer solstice, as you may know, and we typically gather around that time to beseech the return of the All-Mother to Null, as you may be more familiar. We tend to, we here, us druids here, we prefer to, I suppose, align ourselves more with the creator of our world rather than her children. And she says that with like a gentle disdain. Not that she kind of like quickly recovers herself. Not that there is anything wrong with worshiping of the other gods, of course. It's just they are beings of balance and chaos, and we like to align ourselves with the balancing presence.
That is true. Understood. Have any come through recently? Just out of curiosity, really.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Sorry, I think my internet's doing a thing. Have any other folks come through recently?
No, you are our first visitors during this time. However, in Fishtown, we have Fishtown is a town not far from here that I frequent. They have had a new magic user visit them recently, but that's the only new thing that has, I suppose, the only new thing of note that has happened.
I see. Do you know anything about this person? Where there is a magic user that we'd like to talk to if we meet them in a town. I don't know if it's the same person.
This person, he's a gnome mage by the name of Erflin. He, I suppose, are you looking for someone that typically uses lightning magic? Or electricity? sort of magic? That seems to be his specialty.
That's interesting. No, actually, it sounds like a different person, but he sounds quite interesting. I'm just always interested in the different types of magic that people use. We're heading to Fishtown at the moment. Is there anything we should know about the place or anything to be careful of?
Actually, she pauses and for a moment, and and in that hesitation, Gilly says, "Tell her about the fish people." And Hala sighs. Yes. You are travelers, and I don't. And there's a lot of moving parts around Fishtown, despite it being so small. But yes, there have been a few attacks, for lack of a better term, on travelers and village people of Fishtown, or townspeople, I suppose is a better term. They're they seem to be fish creatures, but I hesitate to say fish people. They're not any. However, there aren't any species that I've encountered before, and she gestures to herself as an aquatic being of myself. It's troubling to me that I don't know what sort of creatures these beings are that are accosting the people of Fishtown.
What do they look like?
Several different things. There are some that I've seen with the visages of sharks, with arms and legs. There's one that I saw that had the face of a beluga whale, but with the tails of an orca. Human enough limbs, or mortal human enough limbs to, and the ability to breathe outside of water as well.
That sounds quite troubling. How many are there? I wonder if it's something that we can help with while we're there. I was about to say that we're tougher than we look, but actually, and I gesture at Gnarl, we're as tough as we look.
Yes, you look very tough. You remind me greatly of Fanor. She also, I assume, comes from a similar bloodline to you. Hopefully, she'll wake soon, so she may meet you. So that is, but the fish creatures is something that you should be warned about if you are headed towards Fishtown. Is that your intended destination, or are you simply travelers? Do you have?
Well, we're looking to travel down the coast. We're heading to Vestenholt. Ultimately, we've got a young fellow with us who wants to attend the school there, and we're escorting him to make sure he stays safe on his journey.
Oh. Well,
but doing any good we can in the meantime as we go.
Are you, she pauses for a moment. Are you, and her eyes kind of like quickly glance at your brooch. Are you on a time constraint? Do you have a deadline?
Not as such. I wouldn't want to linger for too long, but did you have something you needed an extra hand with?
Well, I suppose it's curious to me how you mentioned your brooch reacted to our prayers when we were praying last night, and the summer solstice isn't quite here. That's another 2 or 3 days away. But I wonder if your presence might not be helpful or
Hmm.
be if your presence might not change or may change the usual outcome that we have. We have not received any sort of answer from the All-Mother in a very, very long time. And I'm curious to see what sort of reaction your presence may have.
Oh, I don't know. My brooch is my goddess, whose name is Fair, lives and visits me growing up in the place that I came from. I've never heard any talk of her outside of my home, but so I'm not sure, honestly. I assumed it was like-minded magic that was in the air that made that happen, but I don't know for sure. Of course, she works in mysterious ways. So
Yes, of course. Well, I'm not sure what's happening either. It is a very curious happenstance. Would you be willing to join us on the summer solstice? And also, let me to sweeten the deal, as it were, to give you some incentive. Fenor, though grumpy, is a talented shapeshifter, and I am sure that if you would be willing to stay with us, she may help you get to Vestenholt faster. She may there is a form that she may have a form that will assist you in travel to Vestenholt.
Oh, interesting. I see. Well, I have to ask the rest of my party, but I'm quite intrigued, and I would love to, of course, spend more time. Anyway, can I, DM, do an insight check to see? Does it sound like there's anything that she's hiding about their motives for wanting me to stay? Like, is there something sneaky happening here, or does it all seem pretty honest?
Give me an investigation or an insight check, please.
Big money, no whammies. Yeah, no whammies. 22.
22? Okay. So, she doesn't seem malicious in the least, but she is holding back. You can sense that she is choosing her words carefully in front of you. But there's not there's nothing that you can sense that's like, oh, I think she's like trying to hurt me, or like you don't get that malicious sense. You just get that there's definitely something that she knows that you don't, though, and she doesn't seem like she doesn't seem ready to tell you whatever she's holding back at the moment.
So this would be staying until the solstice is your main, I assume your main ceremony is in a couple of days then?
Yes, it's 3 days from now.
It's 3 days from now. I'm not sure if my party will want to stick around for that long, but I'd be happy to ask them. What does it entail? I was trained by one druid, but I've never worked with a coven of any kind before, so I don't know what exactly it would entail even.
Of course. So what will happen if you do decide to stay? Fenor and Gilly, they will focus their time here and make preparations. There's a lot of energy focus that needs to happen, and they will essentially cast a circle to create a safe place to contain this energy that we will be sending up into what we hope is the plane that the All-Mother may be in, or a protective circle to keep our energy away from anything that may choose to harm us. So that is what they will be focusing on. And then on the day of, we will, when the moon is high, we will stand in the circle, join hands, and we will speak our language up into the night sky in hopes, and let our energy balloon outwards in hopes that she will sense our need of her and answer.
That sounds beautiful. Is this a tradition you do every year on the solstice, on the summer solstice?
Yes, it is.
Well, like I said, I should talk to my friends, and we are on the way to Fishtown. I don't know, it's another day's travel, perhaps, or something like that.
Fishtown should be about half a day's travel from here.
Half a day's travel.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can go and drop off a couple of things, and I might be able to come back.
Yes, of course. I will warn you to be on your guard near Fishtown, and even in Fishtown. But I would also caution you against being too quick to hurt, I suppose. She hesitates a little bit. Fishtown is a relatively new development as far as the world goes. The Fishtown has only been around for maybe 80 years. And there were communities that lived in the oceans, in the caves around here, for much longer than that, and peace has been tenuous between these two communities. And
I see.
While there are these fish creatures, these aquan creatures that have been attacking villagers, there are many aquan creatures around here that aren't looking for hurt, that aren't looking for violence. So I would ask you to tread carefully.
Thank you. I understand completely. Are the folks that are attacking and hassling villagers and travelers, are they part of that community? Is it an issue of resistance to settling, somebody having settled in their area? I
have been an ambassador between these two communities for, since Fishtown's foundation. And these creatures are new. They're, as far as I can tell, not intelligent. Though I haven't been able to communicate with them. Yes. I haven't been able, because she looks a little frustrated because of the solstice. I haven't been able to investigate the issue as much as I would have liked. But this is, of course, not something I would readily put on your shoulders. But if you, as a fellow druid, if that is something you are interested in pursuing, I would be grateful. But of course, you have other things. So this isn't something that I would necessarily put upon your shoulders, I suppose.
You're referring to defending the folks against these attackers? Is that what you're referring to?
More referring to investigating the cause of these. I am not a proponent of violence. I prefer not to fight, and I would never ask of someone something that I myself would not be happy to do. So if you find anything, if you could tell me, I would be very, very grateful.
I see. Understood. Absolutely. We tend to only resort to violence if we feel that we have to for some reason. So it's not going to be arbitrary. Thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry to sort of barge in on you like this, but it's just been lovely talking to you, Hala.
Of course. I am very happy to have met you. And I dearly hope that you will be able to join us for the solstice.
Understood. I will see if it's possible. You may see me come back. If I'm not able to come back, I apologize, but I very seriously am considering what you've asked.
Thank you very much. That's all I ask. Yeah. And it was very nice meeting you as well, Gnarl. I'm so sorry that I hope it doesn't feel to you as if we were ignoring you in favor of your true good friend.
Not at all. It's understandable. I don't understand, but I'm here to support. So.
Of course. So yeah, are you guys gonna walk back to the? Okay.
Yeah, I'll bid them adieu.
Okay. Gilly waves and says, "Tell me about your trip if you do it. If you do the, tell me all about it."
That trip. I will. Thanks, Gilly.
Yeah. Gnarl, give me an insight check really quick.
Do I have 2 psychedelic mushrooms? Is that what I have now in my?
You have a handful of them, is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
15.
15. Okay, so as you're walking away, you like the hairs on the back of your neck prickle a little bit, and you turn and look back, and the tiefling, even though she isn't quite looking in your direction, you can feel her gaze on you, and
On me or at us?
on you. It's not with a 15. I can't tell you what kind of energy she's putting out, but you can tell her gaze is on you, and it's like on the tip of your tongue, but there's something vaguely familiar about her, yet also not. You definitely know you've never seen this person before, but fuck, something about her.
When I had to look back, I'll just kind of smile at her, like half smile, and then continue forward. But I'll stay slightly behind Fionn.
Okay. She doesn't approach you or anything. When you look back and give her that smile, she just continues to kind of gaze at you, and maybe and with this dreamy faraway gaze, that doesn't change.
As we walk away, I'll cast guidance again, and I want to just listen to see if they say anything after we've left, as we're strolling away.
Okay. I'm gonna do a quick thing. My first roll of this game, of this. Okay. Give me a perception check to see if you can hear them.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, because I can okay.
Is it? I thought your advantage is only on sight based. I could be wrong.
Ooh, okay. Let me check. Do.
I have a question. Sorry. It's not. Gnarl didn't recognize her, but something about her seems familiar.
Yes, exactly.
I have advantage on wisdom checks.
Wisdom checks. Okay, cool.
Yay. Okay. 23.
23. Okay, so you at first hear Gilly that's like, you really think she's gonna stay? I think it'll be cool to have like a fifth person. That'll be super fun. And Hala and Hala replies, yes, I do hope she joins us as well. It's curious. I've never, for any other god, we've been at this for how long? And Gilly says, it's like 60 years or something like that. And Hala nods, and yes, and even longer before you, as our youngest member, came along. We've tried our rituals with many other idols and religious iconography, and there's never been a reaction. So I do hope she chooses to join us for the solstice, because maybe it's a piece of her. Gilly says, no way. No. I don't know. It's gotta be something else. And Hala shrugs her shoulders. I don't know.
Okay. As soon as we're kind of like, farther away, out after I've listened in on the conversation, I'm just gonna like turn, because I guess Gnarl's a little bit behind me, so I'm just gonna like turn and like tap their shoulder and be like, that was so exciting.
What happened?
That was so exciting.
It was?
Yes, for me it was. I don't think it was exciting for Gnarl in the least. Oh, look at Gnarl.
It was definitely different. They're definitely as described. And Fiona has a bunch of psychedelic mushrooms now.
Can I try
pretty
that?
fun.
Can I try one?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I thought you were saying that really slowly, and I thought you were gonna say absolutely, but then disappointment. Okay.
Behind Fion's back, I'll just like nod at Tam.
If Tam gives a visible reaction to that, I'm gonna turn and glare at Gnarl.
Yeah, you see Tam like as soon as like Gnarl's like, Tam's like, and then like tries to like cover it up.
Oh wait, Gnarl's I decided that Gnarl was on the side of me. That was quite interesting. I haven't spent time with groups of druids in that way. I had one teacher, and that's about it. They're doing some ceremonies for the summer solstice, which is in a couple of days, and so that's what they were working on last night when I saw them, and that's what all the chanting was. They've actually asked me if I'd like to stay and help them. I think they're looking for, well, I'm not sure exactly what they're looking for, but certainly another body and another magic user. But I think they think there's something special about me, which I must say is a little bit flattering.
Well, isn't this whole thing about how you guys are special? Like, this isn't the first time this has happened. Like, even remember?
I suppose so. It's different than feeling it, though, just having, I guess.
They didn't really mock Fiona or anything like that. They seemed more welcoming.
Tam thinks on that a little bit. Is this the first time we've met anybody that hasn't immediately started being mean to us?
Other than the squirrel, yes, it might be.
I mean,
like
but there
them.
was only a couple of us that had gone. Did they say what their goal was?
There was only a couple of us. Implying that if they met the whole group together.
Reactions might have been different. But
Slow-mo walk down the beach, like, duh, duh, duh.
Did they mention what their purpose for contacting the All Mother was?
I mean, trying to bring her back, I suppose, trying to restore her, or at least get a sign of some kind. Seems like a lot for a small group of folks to take on, but...
Do you think that they had positive intentions?
I do. I was looking at them pretty carefully, and there was one main person that talked to me named Hala, and she seemed quite honest. If perhaps there is an element to this ceremony that I'm not aware of, or an element to their goals I'm not aware of, but it didn't seem unpleasant. It just seemed that she had just met me and wasn't quite willing to tell me every little thing about their plans yet, which I completely respect. But I didn't get a lick of negative energy from them. Did you, Gnarl?
Not really. Though there was something about the other tiefling that was there. She seemed... I know I don't know her, but she seemed familiar some way, somehow.
You sure it wasn't the tail? And I'll wiggle my tail at Gnarl.
It wasn't the tail.
I'd like to talk to her some more as well. She was quite quiet and moody, but gosh, I'd like to talk to her some more as well. Anyway, that's a few days from now, and I don't think we want to... It's not that it hasn't been great to be sitting on the beach, but I don't think we want to spend another couple of days just loitering around. Fishtown is about a half day's travel away, they said. And there's only one issue that we may have to look out for on the road, which is that they've been getting attacks. They've been experiencing attacks on the villagers and on some quite shady looking fish people, I think is pretty much the way to describe it. Yeah, shady looking people.
They sounded like hybrids, like humanoid and fish hybrid, the way that she described it.
But not in a way that she was familiar with. And she's the main person I talked to, Hala, is a druid of the coast, and so is quite familiar with creatures of the sea and other beings in the sea, and said that they had never seen anything quite like this. So some kind of abomination, perhaps, I don't know. But we should be on the lookout for that on our way.
Did they tell you how long these abominations have been going around? How long they've been around? Or is this a recent development?
It sounded like a recent development. The town has been around for about 80 years, not a very long time. And there is some tension between the folks in the town and the folks who live on the outskirts along the coast, the native folks, essentially, which is an understandable tension. But it sounded like these particular fish people are a newer development. Hala's been on the coast for, I think they said it, or she said at least 50 years. So a minute or two.
Can I pull out my godly items book and skim through it?
Okay. Give me a religion check.
A what check?
A religion check.
Ten.
10. There is nothing in the book that speaks of like fish people. No
Well,
fish.
I guess I was more looking for like abominations.
Abomination.
If an item would create like abominations, kind of like the tiger idol made.
Right.
Yeah, that's the line of thought that Z is thinking.
The closest things you can find, like, there's nothing in there that can create abomination, like that can create anything on a large scale, it seems. The closest thing is like the gold boy, the gold cube, that can turn someone into like this insane fighting machine, can turn one person into this insane fighting machine, and then the tiger idol, which can turn a person into a tiger abomination, but nothing that like would affect more than one person.
There goes that theory in my head. So Fionn, if you help them out, what do you get out of this? I mean, other than hanging out with other druids.
Well, that's a big one, certainly. I have a desire to help where I can, especially if it uses my abilities, because otherwise why was I given them? I think there might be a thing or two I could learn from them, certainly. Like I said, I have never done this kind of ceremony, and I've never been worked as a part of a group like that, and I think it could be a great experience, and I could probably learn a thing or two that might be useful going forward. I'm sure they're more powerful than I am, by a long shot. They've been around for a long time, and that might lead to some useful knowledge for me, and also just, not only are they also druids, but one of them was a tiefling, as I mentioned earlier, and so I feel a little bit drawn to help, I must admit, but I really don't want to get in the way of what we're doing. So I completely understand if it's not something that will work out.
Well, what do you want?
I'd like to help them. Perhaps we should go to Fishtown first, if it's a half day's journey, and I can maybe come back in a couple of days before the solstice.
I mean, we still gotta find someone to take these items back to Gondor.
Well, and aren't we going to charter a ferry for Tam to Westenholt?
That's right.
I guess we could do research for that while we're there.
Who knows if that ferry is even anywhere nearby? We may have to wait on it anyways.
I forgot to mention, I didn't understand what this meant exactly, but there was one member of the Coven who was still asleep in their tent, a druid of the moon, so I suppose this is sleep o'clock for them. That is a shapeshifter, apparently. Maybe a half-orc as well, I think is what they were implying. And apparently they might be able to help us on our sea journey by dint of this shape-shifting. But I didn't understand exactly what that meant. So, But it was an offer of help, albeit from somebody who was not the person who would be helping us.
Don't want to volunteer somebody to do something.
Right.
Get that? Yeah.
So perhaps we should try to charter passage, and if I come back here in a couple days, or if we come back here in a couple days, we can also see about this person, Finner, I think her name was.
Well, like I said, who knows if this ship, boat, ferry is even anywhere close by. It may have a couple days before it even shows up here to Fishtown. So, especially if we're leaning towards that way, considering all the travel is taking a while. and if this is our fastest route, and if they're offering up a fast route, I mean,
Promising.
yeah, and you didn't get any weird vibes or malicious intent out of them. I mean, and this, I guess, DM, can I tell if this seems like super important to Fion?
Well, give me an insight check, and or actually, Fion, are you trying to are you trying to hide anything, Fion? Okay, so what we're gonna do is, Fion, give me a deception check for whatever you want to hide, and we're gonna have that go up against Z's passive insight instead of rolling.
14.
14. Okay, what's your passive insight?
Man, it's 11 versus my passive perception.
Okay, so Fion, you can tell them whatever vibes. You can tell them whatever vibes you want to give them.
Did you ask me anything, General, in particular?
No, I guess I forgot where my sentence had led off of, but I was gonna say, like, it seems like this might be important to you, that maybe we stay and help, and if they're offering up quicker passage and we've got a couple variables in town, like, this could be our best route and fastest route.
Yeah, I think everything I don't think I'll say anything more unless you ask me.
Okay. So, like, there's fish people. There's, like, bad fish people, but also regular fish people. And
that seemed to be the case.
Huh.
That seemed to be the case. Some of the bad fish people were described as sharks with arms and legs, which sounds quite strange. And or part whale people as well.
Spooky.
It sounded a bit spooky. Although the person I talked to had shark teeth as well and was very nice. So
She had shark teeth?
she had shark teeth. She had like at least 2 rows of pointy teeth. You could see most of them when she smiled. It was a very wide smile.
That's so cool. I wish I had shark teeth.
You know, the problem with that, though, is they fall out really easily. You'd be losing teeth all the time. Sharks, that's why they have several rows of teeth. They gotta have extras.
It was bad enough when I lost all my teeth.
Charles visibly grossed out by this conversation.
Oh, so that's what grosses you out, Gnarl?
Yeah. Teeth aren't supposed to fall out unless you're a kid and your new ones come in. They're
Like,
supposed to stay there.
Tam's like, okay, like, yes, this is a thing to be grossed out about, but also, like, out of all the things that we've done, I feel like this is less gross out worthy than other things you haven't been grossed out about, Gnarl.
Yeah, man, everybody's different. Teeth things aren't my thing, okay?
Okay. So, what, are we just gonna go to Fishtown then?
I think that would be a good step for today. Sounds like we can get there before nightfall.
Figure out returning our weapons and the things that we borrowed.
Okay. Well, I got all the stuff packed up.
Oh, thank you, Tam.
You're welcome. It was just me and no one else.
How
Yeah,
does
they're all useless. And I look at Keith and Z.
Don't be mean to Keithan.
Keithan can handle it.
if you dish it out, you should be able to take it. how does Tam seem this morning, DM? Does he seem like he's feeling a little lighter, a little more chipper for realsies?
A little bit, yeah. Well,
Okay.
give me an insight check to figure out the extent.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm.
21.
21. Wow. So yeah, Tam's looking good. He with a 22, he's clearly keeping his distance from Z. But he like actually seems to be getting along with Keithan. Like it's like him and Keith before that watch, him and Keithan like barely spoke to each other, but like as you guys were walking back, like he was like next to her just doing stuff, and like it seems like he's found his step, I guess, in his relationship, or found his pace in his relationship with Keithan, which might be nice to know.
Yeah. As long as he keeps breakfast decent from now on, maybe he'll be okay.
We already did our roll with for breakfast in the last game, and it wasn't much better than the one before that.
I forgot about that.
It was less charred and thus tasted better. Plus, I was the one that helped. Did I help cook, boil the little thingies?
I think so. Yeah,
I think so. I feel like I did, but make sure the fire didn't get a little too high for them to, you still want something in that shell.
Well, friends, it might be fun to ride along the beach on our way down the coast.
Okay, you will have to pass by the Coven to do that if you're riding down the beach towards. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Everybody fine with that, or did you want to go back to the road?
Tam like raises his hand and he's like, "Wait, no, I want to. If we're gonna pass by the Coven, I want to go to the Coven. Can I say hi to the shark lady?"
Sure. I think that would be fine.
Ugh, you just want to see your teeth.
I personally would prefer the ocean travel. At least traveling along the beach, it's nice being near the water.
At Tam's excitement, I immediately regret my answer.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are already mostly packed up due to Tam's help. I think specifically the joke here is Keithan mentioned that she was gonna start packing up, so Tam was like 100% like, nope, I did it, just me. And so to Tam insistence, only Tam having packed everything up.
Ethan glares at Tam like just an evil intimidation.
Tam
what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, Tam seems to have put all of his fearful feelings on Z, so he just smiles back at Keithan like a cheeky little asshole.
All right, that's fine. Know what I'm doing later.
Oh no! So yeah, you guys get on your horses and you start trotting down the way towards the Coven, and as you approach them, you are given you are given a genial wave from Hala, and a much more excited wave from the clump of dirt and driftwood. And you notice that there's now a fourth person there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This person is a giant muscle of a woman with bright green skin and a shaved head. Her hair is cropped close, very similar to mine, except black. She has jutting tusks and is wearing leathers.
Does she look like a full orc? Or half orc like us?
Okay. She looked like a full orc.
Ooh. trot over with Tam.
Yeah.
And if anybody else wants to come, you can.
Tam is like, Tam, well, first, like, his eyes widen at the sight of Gilly. And, he like gets off his horse as he approaches, and he looks a little shy as he approaches Hala.
I'll hop off my horse too if Tam does.
And he actually like kind of clutches your the skirt, like suddenly like painfully shy as we're approaching this woman he doesn't know.
I love him. Hala, hello again.
Hello, welcome back.
This is my friend Tam, who I mentioned earlier, and he wanted to meet you and say hello.
And she nods and grins broadly, as she leans over and says, "Hello, Tam." And he's like, "Oh, your teeth are awesome." And you can see her cheeks kind of like, they're not reddened because her skin is blue, but they get like they become kind of like a purple, I think, like this ruddy grape purple. And she's like, "Oh," and she like kind of covers her mouth a little bit, and it's like, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate the compliment." And he's like, "Uh-huh." And the newcomer is like, that's her? That Hala says, oh, just kind of shakes her head and is like, "Yes, this is Fanor, this is Fionn, this is Gnarl, and they're friends, and then little Tam, and
this is Maggie," and I'll gesture to the horse. Kind of do proper druid introduction. Yeah. And I'm like looking through my notes to try to remember what Tam's horse's name is. I can't remember.
I think it's Clop.
Clop.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like Clop.
Okay. This is Maggie, and that's Clop over there.
And Fanner like gives you just like kind of gruff nod, but looks at your horses and kind of like seems to settle a little bit as you introduce them. But upon looking at your group again, she immediately like stiffens up and is like, "I don't know, she doesn't look like a lot to me." And Hala like smacks her shoulder and is like, "That is very rude. Don't be rude to people you just met." And Fanner just goes and like crosses her huge muscly arms.
Believe me, I've dealt with ruder. No worries. You just met me. I understand, Fanner.
Fanner's eyes kind of fall on the twins. And she like squints and kind of glares at the two of you.
Went and glare back.
Yeah, you guys.
I size her up.
Okay, so first, Gnarl, I want you to give me. I want you to give me a Constitution saving throw, or no, just a regular Constitution check, not a saving throw. Give me a Constitution check.
Not intimidation.
No, it's not intimidation.
Constitution check.
So I rolled a natural 19.
Ooh, fuck.
So 22.
Okay, Fanner blinks first. She kind of leans forward. She blinks first and then like is like and like gives an annoyed grunt. but eventually leans forward and is like, "What clan you two from?"
We don't belong to any clan, just each other.
Huh. Well, whatever, I guess.
Anyway, just wanted to
Hard glare.
before we left. I say into the awkward silence. I'll try to come back in a couple days if I can, but it was wonderful to meet you.
Hala nods. Sorry about Fanor. And Gilly said, "Have you tried it yet? Did you try it yet?"
It's been about 45 minutes, so I haven't quite had the chance, but I'll let you know in another 45 minutes.
Fine. And Hala just like
I'll hop back on Maggie.
okay. And yeah, God, their names are very hard for me to remember. Veneth, the tiefling, still has that odd gaze on Gnarl. But Gilly does briefly approach, even though you guys are getting, Gilly doesn't seem to have very many social skills in a different kind of way than Fanner. But Gilly like approaches Keithan with much the same expression that Tam had when you talked about.
Oh, I'm very excited to meet Gilly.
Yeah.
Like Keithan's been like eyeing Gilly a little bit.
Gilly says, "I love your scales. They're so pretty."
To be honest, I'm pretty happy with your whole look situation. And like I go out to like touch real mud. Like
Yes, it is all real, just gritty mud. She's like, "Yeah, so I dry out real easily when I'm out of my swamp. So
Yeah.
I use the mud to keep myself moisturized because I don't want to like, you know."
Mud baths are pretty amazing. Like they're
Yes.
nice.
I love mud baths.
Is there one in the area?
No, I made one.
Like your personal mud bath?
Yeah, I can make it. Like I can mold the earth into like little mud baths. But if you come back for the solstice, we could do a mud bath thing if you wanted. Because you probably won't be doing anything. It would just be like Fion's the special one here. And as she says that, Hala's like, "Gilly."
And you're the one that gave the mushrooms as well, yeah?
Do you want some? I have so many.
Fion seemed like they had quite a few.
Well, yeah, because I have so many. And then she grabs like 5 more and puts them in your hand. Have as many as you want, baby.
Maybe a weird comment, but like Keithan's like non-existent eyebrow raises, like brow bone, like that. We're at the baby comment, like I don't like that.
Was
but
that
take some
weird?
mushrooms.
Am I not supposed to say that to people? I'm sorry. Somebody said baby one time, and like it sounds like a thing that you like call people that you like. It's like, "Hey, baby." But I won't say that anymore. It's not often that I talk to other people outside of the Coven, because usually I'm just in my swamp.
Yeah, baby's not my preference.
Okay, I will call you baby
thanks.
anymore. Yeah, of course, my friend.
I will now call you absolutely nothing but baby.
Me?
Keithan.
Okay.
Keithan just looks at Fionn, just shakes her head like,
As they've been chatting, I say to Hala, your companions are a total delight.
Oh,
And
well, I'm
Fenner as well.
Hala seems very relieved at your comment. She's like, there are people that have come by over the years that have not had that same opinion, so I'm very grateful you do. Gilly and Fëanor can be a bit much, while Venneth can be nothing at all. It's they are my sisters, and I love them very much.
I understand. Whoops, Venneth. Venneth, may I ask where you're from, if you don't mind me asking?
Venneth looks at you, and like her eyes kind of widen, and she is quiet for a weird amount of time.
I wait.
And finally she says, "Oh, I'm from the east." She says, "It's a very small little place that I'm sure you've never heard of."
I'm sure I haven't either, but what was it called?
Oh, it was called...
Oh, sorry, DM.
No, this is not the DM.
Oh, okay. Just checking. I love her. I love her.
Yeah,
love Venneth.
Venneth looks... It was...
I wait.
Grassville. To the east. Yes, it was on a great plain. Grassville was.
That sounds lovely.
Yes, there was so much grass and hills there.
I'm sorry. I hope this isn't too forward, but I don't often see a lot of people like myself, as I've said about half a dozen times at least in our conversations. Pardon my awkwardness. Did your family... Was your family like yourself? And did you live with them when you were growing up?
Yes, I did. Yes, we are a family of tieflings that live together in Grassville.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
I had an unremarkable childhood.
Sometimes that's the best kind.
Yes, very much so.
I just look dreamily at her. Like,
energy. and Venneth this is the most focused you've seen her, and she you don't even need to with your what's your passive insight, Fionn?
Me 22. Oh no, wait. That's passive perception. I apologize. Okay. 14.
You can tell she is visibly uncomfortable.
Oh.
But with a 14, so yeah, you can tell she is sitting ramrod straight and is yes, my childhood was unremarkable.
All right, off we go. Thank you again.
Mm-hmm. With a 14 insight check, you notice Hala suddenly give Venneth this odd look, this what kind of look.
At the part where she said that she had an unremarkable childhood?
At this entire exchange.
Huh. All right. Well, they're a weird bunch. Okay, off we go. If anybody else wants to talk to them, you totally can, but I'll give them a wave then. Okay. And on the way out, I'll say to Gnarl, I think I've thanked them about 23 times.
It was actually 6. I counted, but I also wasn't paying that good of attention, so it could be more or less than that number.
I mean, adding up the number I said when I first met them, it's hard talking to this many strangers all the time. Whew.
Yeah,
Good at it,
as you
though.
guys are like trotting away, you are given you were given a polite wave by Hala, and Gilly's like, if you guys don't come back, I'm gonna be so sad. So you guys should come back for the thing.
Okay, baby.
Yeah, baby. She's like,
I'm gonna
Ethan looks to the others like, so Gilly mentioned about a potential mud bath later, if you all are interested.
a mud bath? I've never had one of those. But wait, doesn't that Tam like thinks on it and is like, doesn't that like defeat the purpose of a bath? Like, don't you take baths because you're covered in mud?
Different kind. So like you can heat up the mud, and it's like nice and warm. It sticks to you, and it's like a little cocoon of warmth. You can take like, yeah, there's something nice. Your skin's not. It's nice. It's been a while.
It sounds like a lizard thing.
No. There's some like expensive places I've heard of mud baths. Ours were always like free, so I don't get why people would pay special things for it. But yeah, no, it's very nice. It might also be kind of a lizard thing.
Okay.
Ethan, are you secretly like a rich kid?
No.
DM, I might be just dumb, but what kind of creature is Gilly?
I meant to ask.
No one gave me an investigation check.
I meant
So.
to.
Oh, okay. So it's just a mystery that Gilly is like this mud person with
Yeah.
bark on his head. Okay.
Gilly,
Yeah, no.
Gilly is this little grubby little mud creature that is just covered in wood and mud.
If I could have come out of the ocean like that, I would have. Like that is like full mud creature. I'm digging it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make Gilly basically fucking Peyton from Dungeons and Daddies, but that's what happened.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. Anyway,
I definitely caught on to that, by the way.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Just on as we ride away, I'm just gonna cast. Do they have a fire? Like they're around their tents are around a fire.
So they have a fire. They have like a bonfire pit that, because it's like the daytime and the sun is high and it's starting to get warm, it's not lit, but there was one there last night.
Oh, okay. Never mind. On we go.
Okay. Yep. You guys follow the beach. It is a beautiful kind of journey.
I'm gonna take the lead and keep an eye out for anything funny ahead of us or on the ocean.
Okay, yeah, give me
I could stay in the back and do the same.
And everybody
Exactly what I
that
was gonna
wants
say.
yeah, anybody that wants to keep a watch, do a perception check.
19.
19, okay.
11.
Ow.
11.
6.
6.
10. I'm not rolling well tonight.
Nobody did. And then Tam. Okay, so what did you get again, Fionn?
19.
19, okay. So you guys are riding along the coast, and you do, like, as you're riding along the coast, you do see you do spy somebody, like probably like an hour and a half after you leave the or past the camp, I guess, and yeah, you do spy someone, and give me 1 second. Gotta pull some stuff up. Oh, God damn it. Tam see it's only you and it's only Tam and Fionn that seems to spy them, and they're kind of more like a lump in the water. But Tam can kind of see Tam and Fionn can kind of see like them above the water, and it seems like just like this kind of lump with kind of a face above the water.
Is it humanoid-ish?
Looks pretty fishy to you.
Looks pretty fishy. Okay, I'll just keep an eye on it and look pleasant.
Okay.
As we go by.
Okay. You do that, and Tam like looks at Tam also watches them and is like, you see that? Is that like one of the bad fish people?
I don't know. Suppose we'll find out if they attack us.
Okay. And as you guys pass, it doesn't interact with you, but it does look at you as you pass.
How far off shore is it?
They're probably like 40 feet offshore, so they're like in the water. You can see them, like once you get closer, you can see them kind of swimming, and like around them is like a bunch of like these scaly rainbowy kind of fish that they seem to be playing with. Actually.
Whoa. Okay, I just sort of, as we're riding by, I don't want to like stop or anything, but I'll just say, good day to you.
They don't answer. Like as soon as you pass by and you're like, good day to you, you hear a boop, and then immediately they duck under the water.
Whoops, I say to Tam. Well, that went well.
Tam's like, did you see those other fishes? They're really pretty. The rainbowy boys.
They were. I don't know if I've ever seen a fish like that.
I don't either. Maybe they're native to Fishtown.
Perhaps. The fabled Fishtown rainbow fish?
That doesn't sound familiar.
It doesn't at all. It's not fabled. Okay.
Yeah, you guys ride on. Is there anything you guys want to talk about while you ride? Because you've got probably, so you probably got like a good 12 or a good 8 hours of riding left before you should hit Fishtown on the map.
Half a day's ride is 8 hours?
Well, I mean, it's been so like, well, yes, because like I would assume a day's ride isn't 24 hours of travel. A day's ride is probably like 14 or 15 hours of travel, like because of sleep and stopping to eat. So I would say, yeah. So like probably an 8-hour ride.
I'm still like mulling over something as we ride, and I'll say, I used to think of myself as a very social person and good with people, but I just feel like I'm getting more and more awkward with every new person we meet. Did I seem super awkward to you, Gnarl?
No, not really. You introduced yourself and you were friendly. I think you were just excited to meet.
Yeah, you were
these
giving
people.
you were giving the tiefling lady like a weird look though.
I don't see. This is the 7th time I've said this today. I don't see many tieflings. I don't know why I'm repeating myself so much.
Are your family not also tieflings?
Oh no, they're not. Oh, I suppose I've never told you much about my family.
Oh.
No, my parents are halflings, and my sister's a halfling.
Halflings.
They're not tieflings. I don't know who my blood parents are.
Oh.
Were
No,
you adopted, Fionn?
I was found, actually. My mom found me up at the edge of the fields on our property when I was just a newborn. And she just had a daughter, so she took me home as well, and that's why my sister and I are actually quite close in age. Not fully twins, although we might be. I don't know my birthday. But somebody left me out there. I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't lose sleep over it. Clearly they didn't want me, and that's fine. My mom and dad did, so that's all that matters.
I want
Sounds
you,
like
Fiona.
they're good people.
Thanks, Tam. What's that, Narl?
Sounds like they're good people.
They're wonderful people. They're wonderful people. I hope to be like them when I grow up, if I can.
Yeah, halfling?
Well, that would be growing down.
Tam's like.
Z chuckles too.
You can help with that if you
Pretty
want. You only need your top half, right?
Theon! You shouldn't cut people in half. God.
I didn't offer to cut anybody in half. That was all Keith and...
Yeah, Keithan. I know names. I meant to say that.
I'd be careful with how many times you call me baby.
I've never called you baby.
Oh, that was for Fion.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
I value my head, so I'll keep it to a minimum for now.
Theon, if it makes you feel better, except for the one with the teeth, they were all super weird also.
They were. It was kind of comforting. I feel like we were all kind of birds of a feather in the sense that none of us were birds of the same feather at all.
Maybe it's like, it's like a druid thing. You spend so much time out with nature and stuff, and then people are hard, man.
Yeah, I could see that being true. The people who are drawn to talking to plants instead of other people might be a little weird.
Yeah.
Or the stars, as it may be.
Were you born with your magics? Like you said that someone taught you?
I was born with a certain amount of ability, and there was a woman in the village who saw that and sort of took me under her wing, I guess you could say. So that's how I learned to sort of expand on my abilities. My goddess visited me ever since I was very young, so it all seemed quite fated to be. It came together in a way that really made sense. I clearly had a connection to my goddess already, and then there was someone who could help mentor me, so perhaps it came together too neatly, I don't know, but I suppose that's what fate is.
Was your town full of halflings, or were you welcome there?
Oh, a fair number of halflings, yes. And other fishing folk, and a few other farmers, such as ourselves, or ranchers. But everyone was quite good to me growing up. I don't have any particular complaints. My parents are quite well respected in our town, so I figure everyone just sort of trusted the decision that they made in taking me in. And I certainly never made trouble if I could help it. I just look like trouble a little bit.
So
I think you look
that's-
like trouble.
Yeah. So is that why, like, every time we come across a tiefling, you get real excited to like talk to them, trying to find out if their past is similar?
It's a funny thing because, like I said, clearly my birth parents, or parents doesn't even seem like the right word. Clearly the people who made me didn't want me. And so there's a great deal of me that isn't interested in finding out who they were, doesn't care at all, really. But I hadn't met anyone like me until I was over 10 years old. I think there was one person who visited in the village, but I suppose I can't help it on some level. You don't really realize that you missed seeing people like yourself until you start seeing people like yourself. So I kind of can't help it. I'm so curious. But I don't want to track down my own blood. I don't need to do that. But to see the different types of tieflings that exist in this world has been really interesting. They're quite different from each other so far. I'm a little conflicted, if you couldn't tell.
Everybody, you've had this conversation over a couple of hours. Everybody give me, and it's probably been about 6 or 7 hours at this point. Everyone give me a perception check.
11 again.
25.
4, what did you get, Rox?
25.
25, and Keithan got a 4, and Z got
26.
Okay, so Z and you guys are having this conversation, and it starts to, as it kind of started peters out, you hear something on the wind. You know you're getting closer to Fishtown because you're starting to see, like the forest off to the side is clearing out, and you're starting to see signs of life. You see a couple fire pits. You see, like even like a couple umbrellas, and you see nets and just fishing supplies. But as eventually Fionn and Z, you hear like a growling on the wind, and you hear panic on the wind.
From away from the water?
From up ahead.
Up ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll perk up. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I do. Everybody be ready.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it does not sound good.
Should we pick up the pace?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Hup.
Okay, so you guys are at more of a gallop now, and as you move up the beach, as you move south, I guess, up the beach, south down the beach, you see what was making the noise. You see a couple of fishermen shakily holding some spears, as they are surrounded by creatures that look aquan. You see one seems to have these frilled gills. It looks kind of like a sea lion, but it's got the markings of like an angelfish. You see one that has that looks like a seal. You see one that looks like that has a hammer head, but the markings of a clownfish. And then one that it seems to be a little bit different. It has kind of rainbowish coloring. And Just that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're surrounded. There are people who are fully surrounded by.
Yes.
Okay. How far away are we?
You guys are probably like 60 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Wind Wall at 3rd level, which I can create a ring around the towns, or the townspeople, or the villagers.
Okay.
In between them and the assailants.
Okay. Fionn, really quick, can you confirm for me, can you retell me what the thing that you did was?
Sure. It was Wind Wall.
Mm-hmm. And what does that do?
A wall of strong wind rises from the ground. You can make the wall up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick. You can shape it in any way you choose. Each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw when it appears, and then they take bludgeoning damage. The strong wind keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay. Small or smaller flying creatures or objects can't pass through. They fly upward. Arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched through it are deflected upward and automatically miss.
Okay.
Large things like boulders are unaffected.
Okay. So, can you draw me a shape of how you want that? You can, one of the, I'm probably going to have you explain this one more time for when we start filming, so people know what's going on. So yeah, what you can do in Roll20 is, in the little paint, the paintbrush boy, you can draw a shape. There's a button that says draw a shape, and you can just kind of like draw where you want that within the I drew a shape. And
Are the two non-circled people the two like
yes,
or
yes, these are the two fishermen.
Fishermen, thank you. Okay, so let's sorry, just double checking something. Have as much damage on a successful one. And remind me, were the people surrounding the fishermen actively attacking them, or just surrounding them?
It looks right now that they're surrounding them, but your weapons of warning are glowing.
Right.
Like, you don't necessarily see anybody actively hurting people at this exact second.
Okay.
But like, there is ill intent that your weapons can sense.
Right. Okay, cool. So sorry, I've never cast this before. Like, so you can start me. Okay. Cool. So, concentration. Let's do like that. Okay. Did that show up for you? The
yes.
Blue square?
Yes.
Okay. So all 3 of those dude bros are gonna have to make a strength saving throw whenever we start up again.
Okay. Sounds good. Again, are we ready? We're good to go?
Yes.
Okay. So they're going to make strength saving throws. Let's do.
You are recording, right?
Yes, we are recording.
All right.
Okay. So Fionn, you as shown in the map, you've cast Wind Wall, causing these boys to need to do a strength saving throw. So let's roll that. What do they need to make?
Sure, it's gonna be 15.
15
is the okay. Save. The save is 15.
Okay. So this one fails.
Woo.
This one rolled a natural 20. Oops.
Ooh.
This one rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
And then this one rolled an 18. So you only managed to get one of them, and he's knocked back. Is that correct?
No, he takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage. The other 2 take halvesies.
Okay. 3d8 bludgeoning damage. Please roll that.
Bludgeoning. Rolled 2 7s and an 8.
Ooh.
All right, 14, 22 points of damage to the one who failed and 11 each to the ones who succeeded.
Okay, and so
they're not pushed anywhere. They are just in a wind wall.
In a wind wall. Okay, sounds good. Okay, and so we have already rolled initiative, and first up is Keithan.
I think I'm going to hold one of my spells. We'll do Chaos Bolt at 2nd level for one that either approaches near or moves to attack one of my teammates.
Okay. So you're going to hold your action. So Fionn, you are up again next.
Right. Okay. Get to figure out just another thing to do right away. I will say, well, will I? No, I won't say that. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Oh, no, I can't. Concentration spells.
Yep.
Oh, being a druid. Okay. Well, for my bonus action, I will cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Okay.
On my shepherd's crook.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna hold Ice Knife, 1st level spell, just at 1st level. Yeah, just at 1st level, in case them actively attacks either the fisherman or my party, which probably will happen, but I'm gonna wait. At least I'm gonna wait till then.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, and just to confirm, these guys, can they leave the wind wall or no?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So up next is the fisherman that you hurt, or not the fisherman that you hurt, but this boy.
Okay.
And let's see, what can you do?
There's fishmen and fishermen.
Yep, there's fishmen and fishermen. And they begin shouting, like, now that this wind wall has come up, they turn to you, and you can, and they don't begin shouting, but you can hear them go in anger. And let me see. This one is gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, nope, never mind. So he was right here. So he can go 5, 10. Okay. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay. So that is that guy. And next up is Tam. And Tam pulls out his long bow, and takes aim at his super fancy +1 longbow that he has. He's going to take aim at this one and fire. It is a hit. It hits for 11 damage. Okay, and so next up is Zeneral.
I will call out. Try to chase them away and not kill them if you can.
What?
I will call out. Try to chase them away rather than kill them if you can. To the group after I see that Tam is like actively shot one dude.
No, these guys look like the badfish kind.
Just saying.
No. 15, 20, 25. Okay, so I am going. Oh, can I not move my character?
You should be able to.
It won't let me.
What layer are you in? If you go to the little cube thing, are you in the objects and tokens layer?
Little cube thing.
Yeah, there's like under on the little side menu or on the menu that's to the upper left.
Okay, I tried something. Let's see. Nope. Okay.
Let me see.
Select move. Oh, you know what? I was moving the wrong person. Sorry, Gnarl. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. I'm going to go here.
Okay.
And I want to try and hide. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can roll. It'll be well, yes, you can use your bonus action to hide because you're a rogue. And so you would just need to do a stealth check, and I would say you can definitely try to hide behind the rock.
Okay. Stealth check. Oh, Jesus. Is a 25.
Okay.
Because I kind of want that advantage because I want to hit this guy.
Okay.
With my... It's been a minute since I have tried to fight anybody with Z. With my short bow.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm hiding, I'm shooting this guy. Do I have advantage or no advantage?
I think no, he doesn't see you coming, so yes, you do have advantage.
Okay, then I am going to shoot him with my short bow.
Okay, go for it.
Does an 18 hit?
It do.
It do? Fuck yeah. Okay, so here is... Oh shit, I dropped that. I lost it.
But also keep in mind, so you do get advantage for this attack because you were in stealth. But now that you are out, like, attacking them, you have come out of stealth, and you will not be hidden from anybody trying to attack you after this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you for the reminder, but I do remember that. Oh, shit. Okay. So just from the initial damage from the short bow is full damage. It's 8 points.
Okay.
But I have not done my
sneak
attack yet. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember what it's 3d6. Why did that dice run away? I wanted to use it. Oh, wait. I'm going to use my cube that has 3d6 in it. Maybe I shouldn't have. 6, 7, 8, 9 points of sneak attack damage. I rolled a 6, a 1, and a 2. And that is my turn. Bonus action, action, pretty much all of my movement.
Yep. Looks good, looks good. Okay. And so after Zenral is Gnarl.
We're also all on our horses, unless we get off of them.
Yes.
BP dubs. Okay.
Would that have affected my movement? I would have gotten off.
You can move farther. Getting off doesn't cost any movement.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it would have cost. Okay, then yeah, we're good then.
Okay. I'm going to spend a key point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry. All right. I'm going to spend a key point. I don't know why, but it's not letting me select key point. But I'm going to spend a key point and do Step of the Wind.
Okay.
And I'll be taking the dash.
As your bonus action.
Yeah. And go to this person, and then for my action, am I able to pick him up and throw him? Since Fionn said we can't, she doesn't want us to hurt them. Can I pick him up and throw them?
I would say, okay, so you have to, we'll do a grapple. So it's going to be an opposed strength check. So what you grappling them, so your action is going to be a grapple. You would have to spend your next action to throw.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So give me a strength check.
That's gonna be a good old 5.
Okay, so you just so the creature breaks from your hold, just barely though. And up next is one of the creatures. So this one is going to move 5, 10 closer, and then this one. Okay. Pew, 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 pew. What can you do? So this one looks a little bit more intelligent than the others. And so it begins garbling up into the sky, and as it does that, something begins to take form. One moment. Okay, you can, it's got weird proportions, but like this spectral fish suddenly forms behind Gnarl. And let me see.
Will that trigger my attack about my held action attack?
Yes.
Okay.
But let me resolve this first, and then we will have you guys do your attacks. Okay, so it is going to this spectral fish skeleton is going to attack Gnarl. Does an 11 hit?
No.
No. Okay, so it misses. And now people with held actions, feel free to do your thing.
You can go first, Keithan.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15. For who are you hitting?
Oh, I wasn't sure if I could see the person that cast it, so I was just going to go for the fish.
Okay. Which fish?
I only saw one fish.
Oh, are you talking about the spectral
Yeah.
fish? Okay.
Yeah, the spectral fish.
Okay. You can target the spectral fish. With what?
Chaos bolt. With acid damage is what I was gonna shoot for.
Okay. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Okay. You cast your chaos bolt at this spectral fish. Nothing happens.
Okay.
If you would like, I will allow you to make an Arcana check to figure out why that happened.
Yes, please.
Yep, go for it.
Uh, 19.
A 19. It is a spiritual weapon. Spiritual weapons cannot be targeted.
Fair point.
Okay. And Fion?
So, can I aim at the person who cast that spell?
You can. Hold on. What's the range of your ice knife?
Boop, 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 boop. 60 feet.
They are too far away, I believe. Give me one moment to make sure. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Yeah,
35,
they totally are.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Yeah, they are much too far away to do that.
Okay, can I target the closest one to me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. They are literally 5 feet away, 5 feet outside of your 60-foot range.
Cool. I will throw it right next to them.
Okay. Okay. So like right here.
Explosive feature. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do so.
Yeah, the fishermen aren't there. Great. Perfect.
Okay.
So should I make it's a spell attack? What kind of thing should I do? Like, should I just roll and see what happens?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we'll do it up against their regular AC, and if it hits, they'll get hit with that splash damage.
Okay, gotcha. Oh well, they have to make a dex saving throw against that part of it, so I'm kind of not sure. I guess I'm rolling to hit the ground.
Okay, so you don't have to roll to hit the ground. I'll just have them do a dex saving throw.
Okay, cool.
What is the dex saving throw?
15 save.
Okay, well you got a natural 1.
Ooh.
So.
Okay. So 2d6 of cold damage.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, 10 points of cold damage.
Okay, sounds good.
Woo, thanks.
Okay, so you do that, and so next up is the guy you just hurt, so he's going to start heading in your direction. 5, 10. Okay. These boys, they seem to have a lot of trouble moving on land. Like, their feet drag on land. But he does attack the first person he sees, which is Z, with a harpoon. So that is a natural 20. So okay, so that's 4d6. So normally it's 2d6 plus 4 damage. So it's going to be 4d6 plus 4. So that's 13. So that will be 17. 17 damage to Z. And okay. And we are also going to do a contested strength roll, because it just shot you with a harpoon, and it has like a little rope on it. and it's attempting to pull you closer. So let me know what your strength check is, Z.
Just a basic strength check.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be an 18.
Okay. What is your strength score?
20.
20? Okay. You just barely manage to keep yourself where you are. Like just barely. Literally you guys both rolled 18s, but because your strength score is higher than its is the only reason why you're still standing where you are. Okay. And and that is it for this point. So we're back to the top of the initiative, and Keithan, you are up.
Gonna go ahead and move. Go there and sorry, I was reading one of the spells I was debating using. I was seeing if it had any fun little bonus things, bonus features. Yeah, all right. So for the seeming more intelligent one, I'm going to go ahead and cast Mind Spike.
Okay. What is the range on Mind Spike?
Oh, damn it. It's 60 feet. I think they're too far.
Let's
Yeah.
we got an arrow boy, right? Line. Here we go. Okay. So you can. Just barely.
Wow, that's a nice little thingy. So I'm going to go ahead and just cast it at second level.
Okay.
So they have to make a wisdom save of 14.
14. Okay. They got an 11.
Oh, perfect. So they get. What did I do with those dice? I had 2. I lost 2. 3d8s. 2d8s. No. 3d8s of psychic damage. Which I rolled not great. So 12 points.
Okay.
Psychic damage.
Okay.
And then also on the failed save, I will always, well, not always. So up to an hour, I'll know their location.
Okay, sounds good.
So as long as we're on the same plane of existence, so they can't become hidden from me or turn invisible from me, and it gains no benefit from that condition against me.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so up next is Fionn.
Do the fishermen look okay? What are they doing? Do they look hurt at all?
They do look hurt.
Panicking?
They are cowering.
Are do they look like they've been maybe physically hurt?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Actually, I'm going to have them. I'm sorry. I meant to have them go at the bottom of the round, but
cool,
I forgot. So they are going to move. They're going to move down here, out of the way. There we go.
We're gonna move down there. Okay. 15, 20. Okay. I think if I come up to like, oh, I'm drawing little boxes again. Wait, hold on. No, go away. I don't want it.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Okay, thanks. Okay, I think if I come up to like here, I should be able to reach the fisherman within 60 feet.
He will. You will be right behind the rock, and the rock is too tall for you to see over, so he will not be in line of sight.
If I'm on horseback, does that help at all? It's still pretty tall.
Yeah. You can see over it on horseback.
Okay, yeah, I'll stay mounted then. That works. Okay. That works for me. I'm going to cast Healing Word on the closest one at first level.
Okay. You're casting Healing Word on Z?
The first fisherman that's closest to me.
Okay. You do that, and he looks better.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for it, or are we good?
Yeah. You can roll for it if you'd like.
Okay. 7 points.
7 points. He looks great. Like all of his wounds immediately heal. NPCs, like village people, NPCs only have like 7 hit points or something like that. So
awesome. All right. And then can I take a bonus? Oh no, that is a bonus action. Right. Healing Word is a bonus action. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Are you maintaining concentration on the wind wall?
Burp, 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 burp. I am for well, let's see. If they ran out of it, maybe I don't need to. I'll drop that. That's a good point. Well, I don't think I need to right now because I'm not going to cast anything else with a concentration right now. So I might as well leave it up and like, but it's good to know that I don't really need it.
Okay.
Okay. So I will, can I do that? It's 30 feet. 20, 30. Oh, sorry, guys. The rocks are a thing. What happens? Okay. I'm going to hold Thorn Whip, which is a cantrip.
Nope, you can do that. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a cantrip. Yeah, and I'm gonna hold it against this dude here if they move toward to attack any of my party members.
And what's the range on Thorn Whip?
It's 30 feet. So if I see them start to move, I'll do it over the top of the rock.
Have you moved your character to where you are?
Oh, I didn't move my character. Doop.
There we go. Okay.
Or somewhere in there. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Ish. Okay. Cool. Thank you. That's me.
Yes. All right. Sounds good. Okay. So next up, we've got this boy, who is going to attack Gnarl. It has multi-attack. So first, it's going to try and bite Gnarl. A 10 does not hit you.
No.
Okay. And so it is going to attempt to claw you. There we go. That's a 23.
That is.
Okay. So you take 6 slashing damage. And that'll be its turn. It will, it's not going to attempt to move away. Tam is going to move. Okay, Tam is going to move, and he is also going to hold, since it seems Fion is pretty adamant about not attacking them very much. Well, actually, no. Tam is going to shoot this guy because it's trying to attack Gnarl, and he don't like that. He not a fan.
100% fair. I probably would have too if I could reach them.
First thing he's going to do is he is going to cast. He forgot to do that before because Halo is keeping track of an awful lot right now. And with his bonus action, he is going to cast his Hunter's Mark on this guy, which will give him an extra D6 when if he hits. So he's going to attack, and it does hit. So that is that plus a D6. Okay. Cool. How much left did this guy have? And this guy is dead. Tam Lake. Tam has like this look in his eye as he's aiming his longbow. He squints at the thing, and his tongue kind of pokes out as he licks his lip, and then looses his arrow, and it lands straight in its fucking eyeball, and it goes down. Okay, and that is one done, and Tam is done. Next up is Zenral.
Okay, I have a harpoon in my leg.
Sure do. Well, so what happened, you no longer have the harpoon in your leg. Basically what happens is you manage to stand your ground as it's pulling, and it comes out of you.
Okay.
Is how that works.
Oh, I am. Gonna attack this guy.
Okay.
I drop my crossbow next to Keithan, and I'm like, let's dance. And I pull out my short sword and one of my daggers. I'm going up to that guy. I may not get sneak attack, but you know what? It is what it is.
Okay.
So, okay, not terrible. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, let's go. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
And what do you hit with? You're hitting with your...
I'm hitting with my short sword first because I remembered that I have 2-weapon fighting.
Right.
If I have a finesse and something else.
Mm-hmm.
And short sword is considered a finesse weapon. Not great damage. It's going to be 8 with my short sword.
Okay.
And then kind of turn around with my dagger. And, oh, hey. Okay. That's going to be 25 to hit with my dagger.
When you're attacking with your I think when you're doing multi-attack and you're attacking with your secondary weapon, they're all flat rolls.
Oh, well then that was a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you still hit.
Okay. 6 points of damage.
With your again, they're you don't get any bonuses to your secondary attack.
Then 1.
Okay.
I don't add the 5.
Not with your secondary item.
Dang. I didn't know that. Okay. That's it.
Okay. Sounds good. And so Gnarl, you are up next.
All right, I'm going to move 10, 15, 20, this person here, and I'm going to take out my hand axe and attempt to hit it with that.
Okay.
That was a 7.
That does not hit.
So then I'm going to do an unarmed strike.
Okay.
And that is a 15.
Okay, that does hit.
That's 8 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then bonus action, and I'm going to do unarmed strike.
Okay.
Nat 20, so 26.
Okay. Okay. Good. So roll your damage dice twice and add your bonus once.
$13 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. This boy does not look good. Okay. Anything else?
And I think that's all I can do. So yeah.
Okay. So up next is this boy. And he is going to do multi-attack with his bite and his claws. And also what happens is he looks at you with, or it looks at you with like these narrow eyes, even though this is the hammerhead one. So it's hard to tell that its eyes are narrowed because they're up here. But all of a sudden it like tilts its head kind of back and sense something, and it looks at you with its bloodthirsty grin. This boy has what is called, give me 1 second to remember what it is called. Blood frenzy. And what that means is if you don't have full hit points, basically, it gets advantage on its attacks against you if you're not at full health.
I was also holding my thorn whip until it made a move at one of my party members. Should I do that now, or?
I'm going to we'll do its, well, yes, you can do yours first.
Okay. Doop doop doop. No. Spell. Attack. Okay, cool. So let's see if it even hits. Ooh, that was a good roll. It's like 24 to hit.
Okay, that does hit.
Okay. Woo. 2d6 of piercing damage. So 10 points of piercing damage, and I pull it 10 feet closer to me.
Okay. So how much damage does it take?
10 points of damage.
Okay, and you pull it 5, 10 feet closer to you. Okay. It is still within range of Gnarl, or of Z. So, okay, 2 18s. So with its bite, Z will take 11 damage.
Have that.
Have it? Okay. Well,
Uncanny dodge.
I think uncanny dodge only.
It says when an attacker that you see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Okay, yeah. So you take 6 damage.
Okay.
Okay, and now it's going to attack with with its claws.
I should have waited, maybe. Oh well.
1 second. Are you fucking kidding me right now? 2 natural fucking ones. What the fuck? Oh no, wait, no. Sorry. The other one was a 1 and one was a 7. The fonts on the dice look very similar, but I think your armor class is above 13, correct? See?
Sorry, yes, I nodded.
Okay, sorry, I can't. To have
Can't see us.
I can only see Rox and Keithan right now.
Sorry. Yes, my armor class is above a 13.
Okay, sounds good. So next, the magic user.
He end his turn in. Does he end his turn?
Yes, he does end his turn.
Oh wait, I can't use a reaction. Never mind.
Yeah, you've already used a reaction to have that damage. So first thing, 5, 10, 15. Okay, cool. So first thing that's going to happen is this spectral weapon is going to attempt to attack Gnarl again. And so that is a 14 to hit.
It does not.
It does not hit. Okay, that's just fine. And so what it's going to do also is, okay. So it is going to, it raises its hand and does a and a green light begins to pulse out from its hand, and both these guys start, their wounds begin to close up. And so we're going to.
Was Gnarl able to see which being that was coming from?
Yes, it was this one.
Okay.
Okay, so both these guys get back some health. Okay. So, and that will be the turn. This one is going to back up 10 feet. Oh, no, wait. It can move more than that, but I think it's just going to back up a little bit. And so up next is this boy, who's going to also attack Gnarl. Gnarl, you are not at full hit points anymore, correct?
I am not.
Okay, so it does a similar scenting of the air, and also has frenzy. So with its first attack, that is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so the bite is, it bites out your neck for 6 damage. And then the second one is a natural 20. So that is 4d4 plus 4. So the other, and then it claws you straight, like face down, for 15 damage. And that'll be its turn. We are back to the top of the round for Keithan.
Boom. Let's go ahead and try the Chaos Bolt again at 3rd level at the different looking special one.
Okay. What's the range?
120 feet.
Okay. Yep. You are good to do that.
Yeah. Especially with that movement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should roll.
You roll to hit and it's not a save?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. I was making sure it was a 9. So 15.
15? Yes, you do hit.
Okay. And 2d8 of acid damage.
2d8 of acid damage, okay.
Yeah. Nice. 12 points.
12 points, okay.
And then just moved a couple feet in, and that will end my turn.
Sounds good. Okay, next up is Fionn.
I've been muted and just
Yep,
talking.
yep.
I'm gonna climb off of Maggie and onto this rock if I
Mhm.
can.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, and I'll just pat her and say, "Stay there, girl." So I'll come over. If I'm here, am I in melee? Like, am I within this dude's, the hammerhead's reach?
Well, I guess, are you going to attack the hammerhead from there?
No, I just don't want him to attack me like easily.
So I will say it can reach you, but it also seems very preoccupied with it can like barely reach you. It could probably reach you with a claw, but not a bite. But it also seems very preoccupied with the blood on Z.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, then I'll do that. For my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on the other fisherman.
Okay.
Doop-a-doo. At first level, which is... 6 points
6
of
points.
healing.
Yep, this guy looks just fine now.
Yay! All right. I will whack the hammerhead with my staff on the head, if I can. His head is a pretty broad target, so maybe
His
I'll
head
be
is a pretty broad target, yes.
able to whack it. Okay. Ooh, almost a natural 20. Okay. 19, 26 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
So this damage rolls, weapons, damage die. Okay. Okay. Ten points of damage.
10 points of damage, okay. It's still up, but barely.
Okay. Whack! I give my staff a little spin and bring it down on his big old head.
Okay.
And that's me.
Okay, so... Next up is Tam. And he's going to shoot the... Tam, who is on Clop and can see over the thing, will attack the one that is attacking Gnarl again. Okay, for a hit. Okay, 5 d6 for 11 damage. And this boy is Tam does the same thing. He like licks his lip as he's drawing his bow, and he fucking looses it right in its goddamn eye. Tam, and it goes down. Tam's a fucking sharpshooter.
Gnarl will just be like,
So up next is Zeneral.
All right. Well, I'm going to hit this dude in front of me.
Okay.
Because I am not thrilled. But I would technically have advantage because of Fionn.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Hey, that was an accident, but I am a very happy accident.
definitely meant to do that. What you're talking about.
Okay, no, definitely not that one. So I'm using my short sword, and that will be a 24 to hit.
Okay.
Cool. Which I get this first. So that'll be 9 points of damage.
You slice its head right off.
Perfect.
Awesome. It had 2 hit points left.
Awesome. Well, sneak attack. Oh well. And then I'm gonna move. Now is this like wall thing still up, Fionn? Did you leave that up?
I did. You can move through it, and it won't hurt you anymore. It only hurts upon casting, but like you can't throw anything through it.
Okay, well I don't want to throw anything through it yet. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. Go here, and then I'm gonna chuck my dagger at him.
Okay.
Which just it's caught. Nope. 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 An 11, or at least I don't think so.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
That's what I figured. Okay. Well, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So next up is Gnarl.
Right, I'm going to move in front of this boy. And then I am going to say, sorry, Fionn. And I'm going to do an arm strike on it twice.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was a 19.
Yep, that hits.
And that is, oh my gosh, math. 8 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And the second one is, sorry, the first one was not a 19. I rolled a 19, so it was like 25.
Still hits.
Okay, and this one is 15, or excuse me, 16.
Okay, that still hits.
Okay. And that is another 8 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend a key point and do Flurry of Blows,
Okay.
which gives me 2 attacks on my unarmed strikes for my bonus action, correct?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
That gives me 2 unarmed strikes, correct?
Yep, so you get 4 altogether.
Okay. Well, that was a natural 1.
Okay.
And 12 to hit?
That does not hit.
Okay. And that will end my turn.
Okay. Okay. So what's gonna happen here is this thing looks at you straight in the eyes and gives you like this disgusting bloodthirsty smile, and speaks a couple words before shoving your chest. Gnarl, give me a charisma saving throw.
Three.
Gnarl disappears like that.
Gnarl!
Yep. And
Look.
it grins, it gives you guys a very sinister looking grin before 5, 10, 15. Now that it's in the water, it is going to swim another. Fuck, this is different because it can walk 30 feet but swim 40 feet. So I'm gonna say it has 40 feet of movement altogether because it got to the water, and then so that was 15, 20, 25, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It is now deep in the water, and it is submerged in the water. You can still attack it if you would like, but it will have disadvantage because it is in the water. So, Keithan, you're up. Would you like to attack?
Well, seeing as I know where it is because of my mind.
Oh, fuck! You do know where it is!
Yeah. Still, I'm gonna, I think, move my 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just because I want to get closer to it in case I need to pursue.
Okay.
What are boxes? Whatever. And let's go ahead and let's do Chaos Bolt at 3rd level.
Mm-hmm.
Bum,
Does it require
please.
line of sight?
It does not say it does.
Okay, let's look it up.
Oh wait, well, I only read the first half of it. Well, that would have been handy to know.
It does not seem like you have to have line of sight, so you can have this.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I know while I have this knowledge, a target can't become hidden from me.
Okay.
And that I know the target's location until the spell ends, and it lasts for up to an hour.
Okay. So that means it can't actively hide from you, but it can still break line of sight. So if you have spells that require line of sight, you still won't be able to use those.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a feeling like you get the sensation of where this thing is, so like you kind of know without having to see it.
Yeah. So it can't surprise you. This is very good for like an assassin-y kind of character. Like they can't get sneak attack on you. But
Good.
Yeah.
Good to know. We'll use that later. Okay. Yes. So 16 plus 6, so 22.
22, that does hit.
And dun, 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 we're going to do lightning damage because we're in the water.
Okay.
Why does it only show 2d8s? Because I think it has more than that. 3rd level. Okay, so I'm a little confused on the damage.
Okay.
So I've been just rolling 2d8s for the damage because that's what it calls out.
Mm-hmm.
But at the 3rd level, at the bottom, it says like you cast a spell using spell at 2nd level or higher. Each target takes 1d6 extra damage of the type rolled on each thought above a 1st.
Okay, so you're what level are you casting it at?
3rd.
3rd. Okay, so it's 2d8 plus a d6.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9. So only 11 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Basically what happens, it doesn't seem to hurt the thing more, but there are fish around it that raise to the top. And
Two birds, one stone.
so you have new fish now. Okay, so Keith and Fionn, you're up next.
Oh boy. I've been desperately trying to figure out what to do here. Yeah.
Wait, shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Dang it. Don't have a ton of good options. What's this one again? Sorry, I'm still like figuring out. That doesn't help me. All right, well, gotta try. So the question is, which one of these options do I turn into? Sorry, folks. No, I want one that has like a, I'm like searching through my wild shape options. That's not great. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to do an eel. That's weird. Okie dokie.
Well, are you, so you are high enough level to get a swim speed, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out what to turn into. I'm really sorry. I've like ground to a halt. I've been looking through every option in my catalog. Yes, I'm able to turn into a swimming creature. No, I'm going to do this. Okay, this is weird. I'm going to run and jump off of this rock into the water and turn into a giant seahorse.
Okay, you turn into a giant seahorse.
And I'm going to use the rest of my whatever I can to swim towards our friend in the water here.
Okay. What's your swim speed?
It is 40 feet.
40 feet, okay. So you can have, altogether you can have 40 feet of movement. Like you move from the rock, dive in, and so that was what, 10 feet?
Yeah.
So you have 30 more feet of movement.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can get down here, I think. Well, it's not right on the, let me double check here. Okay, from there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I can get there.
Okay. Sounds good. And is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. So, up next is Tam. Tam is quiet. He moves over to where one of the corpses of the fish people are, or the fish things are, and everybody has been very distracted. Gnarl is gone, and it was a gradual thing that in the heat of battle not a lot of people would notice. But Keithan and Z, you guys hear, guys? And Z and Keithan, if you look over, you see the body of one of them, of all of them. If you look around to where the bodies of the fish things dropped, they don't look very fishy anymore. In fact, they look kind of like people.
God damn it.
But it's a slow change. They still look pretty fucking fishy, but it is a gradual, slow thing. And that is Tam's turn. Up next is, I believe, up next is Zenral.
Versus whatever works. But
I have to actually look that up. Swim speed. Okay. So, you can swim straight up to 20 feet per round.
it's not gonna get me anywhere. Well, I'm doing it anyways.
Okay.
I am using my running, I guess, because I'm assuming part of this beach is still sand, right? Until about here.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. So you decide this, but I'm running and then I'm going to be swimming my full distance and my bonus action, because as a bonus action, I can dash.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you have 40 feet of movement, or 30. I will let you have 30 feet of movement altogether, because I think normally you have 30 feet, correct?
I do have 30 feet, and this is 15.
So yeah, I will let you have your full 30 feet of movement.
That's a cool feature.
That does not help me at all.
If you do that, you can have your full 30 feet of movement. If you're choosing to dash, you can move an additional 20 feet because you're already in the water.
Oh,
so you can have 50 feet of movement altogether.
Okay, so there's 40, and then I'm chucking this way.
Okay.
So that should be 50. Yeah. Oh wait, wrong button. Okay. Here, roughly. It should be in this square here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grapple. I can't do anything really. I can't like shank because that would be like what, disadvantage.
Okay.
It's hard to hit somebody in the water. So I just want to grapple this person.
Okay.
Because Gnarl is missing.
Right.
Come on.
And they're the reason why. So I'm grappling.
Okay, so we are going to do an opposed strength check. It does not do well.
Ooh, come on.
I got a mod 20.
Yeah,
you 21.
You have a full grapple on him.
Nice job, Z.
Okay.
Nice.
And that's pretty much all I can do because that's my action, my bonus action, and my full movement. And I'm just like.
Okay. And Gnarl, we're after this combat, we are going to resolve what's going on with you. But right now you are not here.
But yep.
Okay. So the up next is the fish person. And so what it's going to do is it looks at you and it actually can't do that because it's concentrating on something else.
Well, I'm holding it.
So what it's going to do then is it is going to hit you with its staff that it has, and it's going to hit you twice, both with advantage because it also has the scent of blood on you.
Advantage, even though I'm grappling it.
It's not attempting to escape your grapple, so it can attack normally.
Okay.
Okay. So that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. Is it possible to like an uncanny dodge in the water while I'm grappling something?
No. I'm gonna say while you're grappling somebody, you can't use uncanny dodge. I would have if you weren't actively grappling them, yes, you can use uncanny dodge, but
All right.
not while you got your hands on them.
Okay.
So that first hit, it hits you for 16 damage.
What the kind of smack is? What the hell?
Yep. Its staff is 2d8 plus 2. It's a toothsome staff, so it's basically like a bat with nails in it, except teeth.
I want that.
I will let you have it if you survive this, because it's gonna hit you again.
Yeah.
Yep, and that is a 24 to hit.
Yep.
And the second hit is for 11.
All right. And I'm using Relentless Endurance.
Okay. Good.
So I'm back up to 1.
Okay. You're back at 1, and so now we've got, next up, we're back up at Keithan.
I'm a little concerned about this, knowing the state of things, but Keithan would go ahead and just cast Firebolt, which is a cantrip, and it also has a 120-foot range. It just says, I hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range. Are they considered within range?
They are considered
because they're in the 100. Okay.
They are considered within range, but because it is a fire attack and they are also currently underwater, you will have disadvantage.
Okay, I wasn't sure if magic fire worked with water or not.
I will allow you to hit it at full damage. It's going to be hard to hit because you can't see them, but I'm going to say the fire is hot enough to mitigate a foot of water.
Okay. So you said roll at disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh, let's see what happens. No, I haven't used you in a while. Yeah, what are these guys? Okay. All right. So what is my bonus? So 12. That's disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does not hit. You miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can I swim in the water?
Yes, you can swim in the water.
I didn't see any racial features saying that my swimming speed changes, so I'm assuming it's still the 30.
No. So if you do not have a swim speed, your swim speed is 20 feet.
Okay, it's good to know.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That is my turns.
Okay. Fionn, you're up next.
You're muted again.
I'm just complaining. I need 5 more feet of movement to do what I want to do. I don't think. Oh, fuck me. All right. I don't think there's any way I can work this, that this will 10, 15. I need to get 40. um 15-foot cube originating from me is right. Okay. So, I can't, there's something I want to do, but I'm going to hit General, which is a big problem. Yeah, I would have to be, no, I'd have to have 5 more feet. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's fine if Zenral dies because they can't right now.
Do I know that?
I don't know. Has Zenral told you that she's immune to death because of the sheath?
Oh, I don't know if we've had that conversation yet.
Oh fuck. So yeah, Neon, you could kill her. You're like, you know, she could die, but you know, you don't know that she can't die, I guess.
You could bring me back because, you know, if it's for the greater good to put this person down.
Yeah. I'm not that ruthless. If I were a different character, maybe, but I can't justify that. Okay. I'm so mad at everything. Can I get 20 feet on this thing? 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15. Yes. All right, fine. I'm just going to friggin' do my giant seahorse thing. 5, 10, 15,
Okay.
which is a ram attack. So I have to go 5, 10, 15, 20 over here, and then 5, 10, 15, 20 over here. And I'm going to do a ram attack,
Okay.
which the giant seahorse does. So that's cool. Let's see if I hit. Yeah, 22.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay. Excellent. 2d6. 3d6. 1. Not a great roll. Ooh, 7 points of damage. That was not a great roll.
Okay.
7 points of damage, and they need to make a strength saving throw. It's pretty low DC. DC is 11, but you never know.
Okay, it rolled a 12.
Oh, okay.
Well, technically a 14, but 12 on the dice. Okay.
Okay.
So what's gonna happen is, well, okay. So after Fion, it's Tam again. Tam is not gonna take an action. Because he's too far away and he's like focusing on, you know, these fish people that's slowly turning into normal people. So Zenral, you're up.
Yes, I am. I am grappling this person.
Mm-hmm.
I want to think I'm just gonna headbutt him.
Okay. Please do an unarmed strike.
I've learned some things from Gnarl, right? Like, hey. Okay. It's gonna be a 27.
That hits.
Perfect, and it's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Whoop whoop.
I don't know if I can do that again as my bonus action, but I'm still grappling this person.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Good. Yeah, no, only Gnarl gets to do that because they're special.
well, yeah.
Okay. So next up is this magic user. So what it's going to do is
Did you say it was concentrating on things?
yes, it was. So it does need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
I gotta make a couple con saves.
Yeah.
Okay. So
One from Keith.
Gnarl pops back up.
Yes. I can't see that happen. I'm a seahorse.
Can't see it either.
We did it. We don't know.
So what this thing is going to do is it's going to use its staff one more time on Z with advantage. That's a 21 to hit. I guess
It doesn't matter. I go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it falls out of your grip, and what it's going to do is it's going to swim. It's going to swim 40 feet out. But Fionn, you may have an attack of opportunity attack.
Yes. Let me see what I can do for that because I have Warcaster.
You can't.
I'm a seahorse.
Yeah.
I'll just hit it.
Okay.
I'm a seahorse. It's not a very good song. 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 45, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so double this distance.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so Keithan, you're up again.
I realized I was doing the chaos bolts incorrectly. I was just choosing what I was going to attack it with versus going off of the dice. And when I further read the directions, I was like, whoop.
Oops.
Yeah, so I figure I just cough up that. We're going to go ahead and do the chaos bolt at first level.
Okay.
And I will do this the proper way this time.
Sounds good.
I'm assuming it's still within 120 feet?
Yes.
Okay. See if I hit anything. So 21.
21, that does hit.
Nice.
Oh, cool. So 2 5s, which are an added to 10, but there's something special when I roll the same number. The number rolled on the dice determined, so both were 5, so it gets lightning damage.
Okay.
And then, okay, go away. I don't want you there. If you roll the same number on both D8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice within 30 feet of it.
I don't think that applies here unless there's something else you would like to hit.
I mean, I probably don't see something unless like there's something that looks delicious, then I will go for that. So if there's like a large, well, like semi-large, I don't know, something that looks edible.
I would say no. Everything that was
fair.
there would have been scared off by all the bullshit that's been happening.
Yeah, no, I think that's a pretty valid thing. I have some fish to catch later anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would be it. So 10 points of lightning damage.
How would you like to do this?
Fucker, yeah. Want to radiate that electricity through its body, and I want it to glow, and then after that I want the sucker to float up to the surface so I can go get it, and probably I'm dragging it to the surface, or like to the beach.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Because I want to eat this thing, and yeah, anyways.
I'll help you drag it in.
Cool.
Okay. You guys drag it in. And that is the end of combat. We are out of rounds.
Did it light up like a light bulb?
Yes,
Did it get transparent in any way?
Its eyeballs popped out.
Ew.
It was really gross. It's really gross and very gory.
Get the guy back to the beach, the dead thing, back to the beach halfway, and I'll stop at General. Oh no, I didn't swim after it yet. That was what I was going to do next.
Yeah, you're right next to.
I'm right next to
General.
Okay, sorry, Keith. If you don't get any help, I'm gonna revert back to my self and cast. Let's do Cure Wounds on General at 2nd level.
Okay.
10 points of
5.
healing.
5 points of healing.
And it hurts.
Yep, and it hurts. You're like, ah!
I'm
You're like burning all over.
Yeah, I'm in the water, you know.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Well, no, you're not in the water anymore because Fion
Oh,
would have to
she got-
pull you out to change out of to change it back into regular Fion because you can't cast spells while you're in animal form unless you change back from being a seahorse in the. Well, so Tara mentioned or Z mentioned still being in the water and
Yeah.
unless.
I mean, I'm a seahorse, so I just turned back into me in the water and cast it in. Like,
okay.
you
Sounds
know,
good.
I'll help Z to shore. But
Okay.
I don't think there's any reason I need to drag them out first. So, yeah.
Well, except for them maybe drowning when they do their like.
I mean, are we both like? I guess I'm underwater. Yeah, I'll get her head above water before I do it. But basically, I wanted to get that done as fast as possible. So.
Okay, so you do that. Z, you are up. You're good.
All right.
With 5 hit points.
Yep.
Can we see to the beach from where we are now? Can we see that Gnarl is back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And with the end of this fight, that's where we're going to leave off. Rox, you have stuff?
Yeah. You can watch more fights like this one that actually aren't anything like this one because I don't think we've fought fish people before on our YouTube channel where you can catch up with the rest of our previous episodes. We're Ladies and Gentledice on YouTube. You can find us at Twitter, on Twitter at Gentledice. We also have a Discord, which you can find under our link tree. And we put out our new episodes every other Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time and rerun them on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. This one will be going up onto YouTube shortly. And thank you so much for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining for Ladies and Gentledice episode 15. Bye-bye.
Bye.